My name is Maddy Myers and I'll be competing at the CrossFit Games. About like 2 years ago, I was a competitive climber and I ended up hurting my shoulder, and there was a CrossFit gym right next door to the gym where I trained at. And I started doing that as rehab, and then I realized that I wanted to go to CrossFit more and more and climb less and less. I just enjoyed it more, and like competitive climbing, I was good at it, but it was never like a passion of mine. I just kind of did it, and nobody in my family knew what the heck CrossFit was. But as I did it more and more and I started training with a group of really strong guys, that's when I realized I wanted to do it. I got into Olympic weightlifting with CrossFit, and I didn't start competing until last summer, so a year ago was my first Olympic weightlifting meet.
So she was competing in her first national weightlifting meet in Florida against one of our girls, Nairobi Romero. Maddy went out there and absolutely crushed some big weights and ended up winning the national championship.
I was able to break the American records in the clean and jerk and the total.
It was pretty obvious the kid had some talent, and she then reached out. She emailed me and asked if I would do some private coaching with her.
I have tried really hard to separate my high school life and my CrossFit Olympic lifting life. My really close friends know what I'm doing, but everybody else in my school is just like, oh, that's the girl with really big arms and quads. That's probably been the hardest thing with doing CrossFit competitively, because I've given up a lot of my high school years. Like the last 2 years, I haven't really been able to do as much with my friends and have as much fun. I can't really stay out late or go do normal high school things. This year I made it a priority. I told CJ, I was like, I'm going to prom, I'm gonna do something social. I just went with a group of friends. I go to a really small school, got pretty slim boy choices. Training alone and training with an online coach, you can only get so far. I needed to be with people who were better than me and people who could push me. So when I applied for college, I just applied to all 3 San Diego schools.
The best thing in the world for me is when athletes move to San Diego and I can actually coach them in person. We can make tweaks to the program on the fly. They're surrounded by a bunch of other great athletes. I mean, Maddy this year will have the opportunity to train every day with just a whole bunch of girls that are going to all push each other, and it's going to make all of them better. I'm really excited that Maddy made it to the games in her it's her first year of CrossFit. It's her second competition. Outside of, she did the Killcliff East Coast Championship, and then regionals was next. You know, for her to make it in such a short amount of time is phenomenal. Her only goal is to go have a great freaking time, meet a bunch of the other competitors. I'm convinced Maddy will be there for many more years.